This episode is brought to you by The Chronic Factory, a vertically integrated cannabis shop located in Denver, Colorado. They are your one-stop shop for extracts, edibles, and flower. Stop by their shop and use the code DubstepFBI to get 20% off your order. Check them out, and we hope you enjoy this episode of Filthy Beat Inspectors. What is up, everybody? Well, welcome to our first episode of Filthy Beats Inspectors. I'm Yessi Vizcaya.
I'm Chrissy Vessa.
We are the Dubstep FBI. So we're coming to you live from the studio in Denver. For our first episode, we've officially arrested a very special guest, Rated R. Rated R. So Rated R, also known as Frankie, is a producer based out of Orlando, Florida, and is about to become one of the most talked about names in EDM. His most recent track, Womp Womp with VRG, has almost 400,000 streams across 3 platforms. And Chrissy and I are also
I didn't
huge
even know
fans.
that.
We love to see it. But Chrissy and I, for those of you who know us well, you all know that we love to do the high knees to his Oh Fuck song.
Bro, that's it. It's always so dope to see you guys going in.
On the side of a mountain.
Yo, for real. It was like super good like quality too. Like I watched it probably like 17 times and I was just like, damn, this is like super dope, the video. So thank you guys for holding it down always.
Of course. Yeah, and welcome to our first episode, Frankie. Sorry to tell you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I mean, sorry to tell you, but we're going to have you in custody for the next 30 minutes, so hope you're okay with that.
No, you're good. You're good. I figured we were going to go for like an hour or whatever, so I was like, fuck it, we could just do whatever, talk bullshit. I've always wanted to like do like a podcast, but I always wanted to do like in person, but I feel like this is like pretty cool. Like I would watch like video podcasts too, so it's cool to be a part of the first one with you guys.
We do what we can during these times, which leads me into my first question actually. What has life been like for you during this pandemic? Are you more productive, less productive? Like what is up?
It's been kind of like a crazy ride because I'm actually here in Florida. And like Florida, since like the shutdown was like not too bad in the beginning, but leading to where we are now, it's turned into one of the epicenters. And me and my girlfriend actually wound up catching COVID at one point, quarantine at a family member's house that unfortunately passed away. So it was like an open house for us to be at. Mm-hmm. So we stayed there, and it's been honestly like, towards the end, it's been probably some of the most productive like weeks and months of my entire career, actually, because like I just am one of those people that like I can't really sit still, and like I'm like, you know, when things are rolling and I'm like you know, I'm over the phone with my manager every day, like I'm, you know, trying to see who's playing my songs, like I'm pushing all the time, and it's like kind of shut down. So what I did was I just like got to the grit. I started making a lot of songs. I wound up locking in 2 collabs with like 2 of my idols in bass music. I have an EP coming out on Snails' label. I have like super crazy unreleased that I'm like really excited about. And I started like dipping into trading stocks and like potentially starting a brand. I actually launched the first unreleased Rated R merch that isn't gonna come out yet, but I wound up. Yeah, thank you. I wound up like solidifying like what Rated R is going to look like in a branding form too. Mm-hmm. So I kind of just like tried to kick it into gear.
Yeah, refining, being productive, and really hitting send on that. We love to hear it. That's sick.
For sure. Yeah. How about you guys?
Well, Chrissy and I, you know, you would think that working remotely, you would be less productive. There wouldn't be as much business. But if anything, I mean, being in sales, you would think that at my job there would not be much to do, but I have been more busy than I've ever been working like 60-hour weeks, and Chrissy has been too. Yeah. It's been crazy.
That's a blessing, man.
We've been working nonstop, and I'm more than happy and more than blessed to still have a job. So
oh my God,
yeah, it's been great. But you know, we've also been building up Dubstep FBI, and It's kind of thanks
It's
to
a super
COVID.
cool brand, man. Such a super cool brand. I think you guys like have a lot of like potential. Like you guys are like, it's super like interesting to see. Like it's just like it sounds cool. Like
Mm-hmm.
three like badass like homie girls like throwing it down like doing your thing. Like I feel like if you guys like ask us like the shit that people want to hear,
Yeah.
like it could be anything. Like you guys will do super good. So I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to show everyone what we have in store, kind of leading into phase 3 with this Filthy Beat Inspectors podcast. So thanks again for
Hell
joining
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, no
So
problem.
we're just curious, why rated R? Like, why did you name yourself rated R?
Bro, I actually have two reasons. So the first reason is I've always liked hard music. Like I came into the scene like when Hardwell and like Dubs and like all of the like progressive house bangers were going off in like 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
And like I just like love like that was like the hardest shit. Like when Hardwell would just start like going crazy with the 128 BPM shit, and then I remember seeing like I think it was Zomboy at Sunset Music Festival here in Tampa, and Skrillex at the same festival, and
Oh,
like I
man.
fell in love with heavy music, like from seeing that, and then like I was just thinking like what is gonna be something that's gonna represent like a dope name that people can like recognize. Like I wanted to have a name where like if you are getting out of festival early and you like don't know anyone that's playing, like if you see some guy with the name Rated R, you might want to go see it just because
Yeah.
it rings the bell. You know what I mean?
Risque.
So that, and then I also used to play in a like I was like almost a professional gamer. I used to manage a professional gaming team called Team Fear in like 2014. They were like competing like MLG and stuff, and there was a kid and another team named Optic Rated, and I just liked his name, so I was like, I'm stealing his fucking name.
Mm-hmm. Well, we love to hear the name Rated R. Talk a little
Cool,
bit.
cool.
Talk a little bit about your creative process. Like, how do you pull these ideas out of your head and translate them into sound? Translate them into this Rated R sound that we all love.
So my creative process is like evolved over time, definitely. Like I can say that I'm like a huge fan of impactful music. Like I've always been a big fan of like Hans Zimmer and like orchestral, like cinematic type stuff. And like um, I've always been so passionate about that. And I've been a drummer for 15 years, so
Oh,
like I
wow.
just like I wanted to come in and like like just put my like sense of emotion and like the way I can relate to music and all into one sound. So like I feel like now it's definitely evolved, and like my process kind of like from start to beginning I usually like I have to have like a song written. Like I am a songwriter. Like I support like the rhythm community entirely and stuff. And like I just feel like my songs like I like to have them more of like a full like intro like a lot of depth. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's been like that's what I've been trying to like get my songs to go towards. You know,
Yeah. Do you still drum?
from time to time. From time
Percussion
to
or
time.
electric?
I did acoustic my whole life.
Okay.
My parents used to manage like part of the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, so I grew up around music.
Wow.
And like yeah, I had a drum
Backstreet
set.
Boys,
And,
eh?
yeah, it was cool. It was cool, but they got out of that industry pretty early. But I just grew up around music, like playing drums and shit like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was it's my sound has definitely evolved from like all I just like all types of music. I like hard rap, I like metal, I like cinematic stuff. Like I just want to be able to like wipe the floor. That's what I want
Wipe
to do
the
with my
floor.
music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. So, like, what do you, aside from producing, what else do you do? Like, what's like your 9 to 5? Do you like work a full-time job or just like, what do you do?
Me and my girl, we actually had a full time job working for a company called KPMG, which is like a finance company.
Mm-hmm.
That we were actually cocktail servers at like a private facility that they opened, and we were
Oh,
doing like pretty well. We were making like 100 grand a year together, so it was like 50-50. But unfortunately they laid us off because of the pandemic and shit.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah, but I'm sure you saw some pretty interesting people at that job, right? KPMG, the crowds over there. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the top of society,
KPMG.
right?
Yeah, KPMG. Have you guys heard of KPMG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're pretty badass, bro. You got some big business sharks coming through there. A lot of cool people for sure.
So you went from serving business sharks to now being super productive. You told us that you've been working on this EP. You have these collaborations with some of your dream artists.
Yeah.
Can you tell us any more, or is it kind of top secret at this point?
Is it NDA?
It's definitely like it's definitely there's one of them that I'll spill because he has announced it on his. He played a live set and he announced it, so I hope I don't get in trouble for this. But me and Sullivan King have finalized a crazy song.
Bro.
And it's gonna be nuts.
Dude, did he announce it at the drive-in, the Dubstep drive-in? Because you said that he just announced it at a show, and he was just here in Colorado.
It was a live stream that he did. That I think it was one of his like first live streams. I know he lives in Miami. He did a home live stream, and he was like, "Shout out my boy Radar. We made this shit this week." And then like I was like, "All right, I don't want to like go crazy on Twitter and tell everyone, but I really want to at the same time." But so I've been keeping my mouth shut. But I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just tell you guys." It's like it's nuts, man. It's like next level shit, bro. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. I'm super lucky because like I had the song like pretty much like a concept that was like I thought was done. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to just say, fuck it. I'm going to just send it to him, see what he says. I sent it to him, and, like, he literally took it from, like, 100% to, like, 10,000%. He, like, from what I thought was a finished song, he, like, ripped it into shreds and, like, totally, like, it was a great, easy, like, we knocked the song out in, like, maybe 2 days.
Dude,
it was insane.
That's insane. I mean, thinking about your background with drums and Sullivan King, you know, with the guitar and the singing, and I can't wait to hear that. I mean,
I can't wait to hear either.
Yeah.
I wish we could hear a little sneak peek of it.
Bro, you guys will hear soon. Like, also, I have a song with a band called Outline in Color. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them, but they're super sick.
Haven't.
They're super sick in the rock industry. Like, they're crushing it. Like, anyone that wants to give them a listen. Like, they are also a super heavy metal band. And, like, I made a collab solo with them that is going to be another metal tune that's, like, fucking retarded. So I can't wait for you guys to hear that one, too.
The metal dubstep hybrid subgenre is honestly so cool. Like, I love hearing how they blend together and different sounds that have come out of that recently. I feel like there's been kind of a lot of metal-y dubstep lately.
Yeah, I mean, I really like it because, like, the metal I listen to, I'm, like, a big fan of, like, Bring Me the Horizon and, like, also, like, rock, like, Linkin Park. Like, I just, like, I like the metal songs that are, like, they have, like, singing in it, too, like a Chester Bennington, and then it will also give you that bite, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's, like, constant, like, reaming you, that I'm, like, not with it. But, like, this one is, like, definitely, like, they don't just, like, fuck you with no lube right away. It's, like, a little bit of, like, it's good.
Yeah, I'm super into metalcore. Like A Day to Remember, Micah Reload.
My girlfriend's, like, shaking her head at me now that I said that.
The explicit joke of the show.
We love to hear it.
Sorry.
So, like, how do you, I mean, with everything going on right now, obviously our world has changed, and it seems that music festivals are not going to be the same after post-COVID. So how do you think this whole music industry will be different post-COVID?
I think a lot's going to be different. I think that there's going to be, like, I think there's going to be a lot from both sides. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of different things from, like, the fans coming. Like, it's going to be a different experience for them. It's going to be a different experience for us, the artists. And I have this feeling that, like, I think that everyone that's home right now, like, I feel like there's new projects that are brewing. I feel like these, like, you know, these bigger guys or even smaller guys, like, are just coming together and making these new brands. And I just feel like when it does come back there's just going to be these new things and new people that is just going to be like, holy shit. And like, I feel like it's going to be really refreshing in a positive way, because like it's going to be like live shows are back and it's going to be like new music and stuff.
Right.
That's like the positive side. And then I think that, like the harder side of it, I think it's going to be like, I don't know. It's just going to be different. I don't know if it's going to be like everyone's going to have to do social distance, or it's going to be smaller festivals, or it's going to be like, I don't know. I just feel like there's going to be a pro and a con to both sides, you know?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And to your point, where all these small guys, they're going to be the big guys coming out of this if they're actually putting in the work right now and not letting this whole pandemic hold them back. There's ways that you can totally monetize and find ways to still make some sort of income, you know, whether it's Twitch live streams, Instagram, Facebook. Like,
we see you out there with offering your lessons, your Zoom calls to everyone. I mean, that's respectable. We love to see that.
Exactly. Yeah. So gotta love the hustle.
Well, honestly, like, I appreciate that. Like, the thing with the Zoom calls is like, I've always seen like the production lessons, and I've always just been like, not look at them negatively in any way, but I was just like, I can never see myself like doing that, because I just feel like there's like so much more for me to learn to offer a class like that. And like now I don't even really want to call it a production class. It's just like, this is what it is. I know where I was when I was first starting, and like if you want to get in a call and just pick my brain about anything, branding, how the fuck did you get this person to play your shit? Is this what you use? Is this how you do this? Like, even some technical stuff, production. Like, I just wanted it to be like a shoot me anything you want, and I'll literally empty all of my answers, because I just want people to like be able to like get real from somebody. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I wish I knew what I knew now, and I can teach you. Kind of mindset.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And there's even people who join that are like super technically like technical with producing. Like, there's a lot that I'm still learning too, and like there's kids that like I've had join that are just like, they know what every single thing in Serum does, and I'm just like, dude, why are you in the call with me? But like, they may need a little work on the songwriting side. They may need a little work on the musical side of like how to layer things and when to introduce certain things, and like what is going to bring out that emotion in certain parts of the song, and how to make them grow like this, not like this in the songs. So it's definitely been interesting to see where people need help and what they want to know.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe you'll learn something from someone, you know? It could be a very humbling experience.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm always like real with them. Like, I'm not hungry for money. Like, I'm doing fine. I just wanted to like use my talent to help bring in some extra income as well. And like, if someone was like, you know what, man, like, honestly, like halfway through the call, they're just like, I'm not really grasping it or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to take your money, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like that. I'm not going to be like, or if we go over like 20 minutes, I'm not going to like kick you out of the call, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in any area of your life, you know, whatever career you're in, it's always important to be coachable. So, you know, learning to ask questions, listen, and trust, and just make progress, because no one is perfect. We don't know everything. You can't just have a know-it-all attitude. So it's always important to be coachable, and it sounds like you're definitely in that mindset as well, which is really respectable, in my opinion.
I appreciate that. I definitely have, like, dude, I've worked so hard to be coached. Like, I wanted to, like, I remember, like, I freaked out because, like, back when Bass Canyon was around, I got a DM from Snails when my when my Gristronics remix dropped. Or it was before it dropped. It was like I posted a Twitter video, and he went and like played it and like helped it blow up, and like he has given me like the big brother, like positive, like real reinforcement, and like he helped me even be able to like pick my Rated R brand and help my creative process, and like having like one of your idols like adopt you as a friend and like take time with you and be that real person has helped me like a lot. So I'm like happy that like even though I'm not like a Snails level big, I'm maybe helping other people that are smaller than me, you know?
Yeah. Talk a little bit about how your music has evolved since you first started producing. I mean, I know, at least for me recently, the first song of yours that I heard, it was Oh Fuck, right? So I've only known you for a small amount of time, but talk a little bit about how you've grown since like the very first few weeks that you started producing up until now.
So how has my music evolved since Oh Fuck?
Since you first started producing.
Oh, okay. You know, it's evolved a lot where I feel like my process has gotten a lot easier. Like I feel like before I wouldn't know when things were done, and I feel like that's like a common problem like with a lot of like up and comers is because like they will like make a song and then they won't be able to tell like what it needs. And I think over time after like you know like trying different things and like hearing other people's songs and like learning how to do these new things, you can tell when a song is ready. And that's when you're able to start cranking out bangers. So like from like you know oh fuck to be honest with you, I'm surprised it did that good because I really didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was on the phone with Kevin Flum and I was like, let's just name it oh fuck because I don't even know what to name this.
Throw a little
I
stuff.
don't know what the fuck is gonna happen.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, it's heavy, like because I just couldn't get something for the life of me to like have that groove and bang the way I wanted to. I was like new to Serum, like new to all that shit, but like I just made it happen. He made it happen, and then like from there, it gave me that confidence to be like, all right, you don't know what you're doing, but it works somehow, so just keep trying. And then like I just kept on like you know like experimenting, and then like my songs like I'm not someone that will ever release something to stay active. Like I don't care if I have to wait 5 months. I'm not gonna release anything. It has to be like better than the last song, and I want it to like my songs to hit equivalent to like an EP would. Yeah. Like I want to be able to drop one song and like it's gonna have the same impact of 3 songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about that today with someone. Like the next song you release should always be better than the last, right? And you should never release things just to stay relevant. You should always be trying to refine your vision. Like you mentioned to us, you've been refining your brand. I mean, that's so respectable to see nowadays because we even saw it today. I mean, there's artists that are just releasing random stuff and it really just washes it out and people notice that. I mean, people want that quality. So
yeah, quality over quantity for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like it's hard because like when you're a new artist, like you don't know what is the right way to go. You don't know, do I need to upload every month? Do they want to hear something? Do they want to, you know, like you don't know, you know what I mean? Like that's why like you know, I just for me what works for me is I'm just like I'm not going to drop anything until it wipes the floor. Like I'm not going to like down myself and put something out that I feel could have been a lot better. You know what I mean? And it's even been hard because I look back at like oh fuck and like my Marshmello remix that Excision plays all the time, and I'm just like I can't believe that these did so well because like I don't think they're that good compared to what I have now. But that's the part of the game, you know. You just gotta love yourself at all stages.
Of course, and well, like you said, I mean, you don't want to rush to put something out that you're gonna end up regretting.
Yeah, for sure. And at the end of the day, man, it's all fun, it's all love, it's all music, you know. Like I feel like if you're like deep into the career side, like oh, like this is my career, like I need to do this and that, like you can take that serious. But at the end of the day, like I feel like it's all just gonna come from like love and passion and like putting out what you're good at. You know what I mean? Like if you drop a song because you like it and that's what it should sound like to you and you think it's gonna do well, then drop it. And if you like I feel like if people are worrying about like oh this label's not gonna accept it or it's a bad song now because they didn't accept it. I've sent some of my biggest songs to every label that didn't get accepted, and I was like damn, like I really wanted to be on there. And like it wound up doing so well, and I was just like, thank God that I like was able to like at least give myself a shot. You know what I mean? Because like it's very common that like unfortunately sometimes music gets passed over, it doesn't get listened to properly. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just very important to like give yourself that chance. You know what I mean?
Did you self-release? Oh fuck.
Yes.
We love to see it.
We love the high knees.
Yeah.
We're always doing the high knees.
Bro, I self-released Oh Fuck, and I self-released my Grizztronics remix, and then Heavyweight, we released Womp Womp, and then it wound up going on my Soundcloud, And I don't know how the fuck it got so many damn plays, because I only have like 4,000 something followers, and it got like almost like a 500,000 plays between those three. And like, I was just so blessed, like, to have that, like, the support, because I was so, like, it was hard, bro. I would send my shit out to labels, and no one would want to listen to it. I would send my shit to so many people, and, like, it may seem like it was easy because everyone's playing my shit, but it wasn't easy. Like, it was hard. And, like, I went, and I just was like, fuck it, I'm going to just release it. And then I messaged, like, certain bigger artists, bro, that, like, I must have sent them 30 messages, and they wouldn't reply, and then like year later they're playing it, and I'm just like, dude, that just goes to show, like, it doesn't matter what label likes your shit, it doesn't matter what artist replies, it doesn't matter anything. You just have to know that shit bangs, and all of y'all are gonna suffer when that shit drops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so awesome. Yeah, we hear it pretty much at every show. Literally every show we go to, we always hear womp womp and oh fuck, and we literally go crazy, all of our friends and I. And that just comes to show, that just comes to show how, I mean, even in my job in sales, you know, you're always going to get rejected, and you should never let that hold you back. You know, let that motivate you. That no is going to get you closer to your yes. And that's what people need to learn to accept and get comfortable with. You're always going to get rejected, you know. It may take 50 messages, you know, even for us asking artists to do a mix for Dubstep FBI, we get so many no's, but we're just like, on to the next, like,
exactly,
yeah, we're gonna get closer to another yes. We got to stay consistent.
And you know what, 100%. And you know what, it's not even, sometimes it's not even, you know, the label or the artist's fault that you got rejected, because they're you know, they're big, you know, these are big labels, and these guys are touring, you know, they were touring, and like, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't make them bad people. But on the other side, unfortunately, it kind of sucks. You know what I mean? And like, you just got to keep pushing, because someone is going to bite, and when they bite hard. Because I can't thank Excision enough too, man, because he is like the top of the fucking food chain, bro.
Yeah.
And he like is so real, dude. Like, we're not like super close. We just talk and email, but he gets back all the time, and he is super nice, like giving feedback. I remember I met him at EDC for the first time because his wife Emma is such a nice sweetheart of a lady, man. Like,
Livorno,
shout out to Livorno.
Dude,
yeah, shout out to Livorno.
Bro, I remember. Do we have time for me to tell this quick story?
Tell a story.
Yeah,
we love to hear it.
Yeah, we love to hear it.
Yeah, I was at EDC Orlando, my first festival ever. I played the art car, and like there's like four levels of the artist lounge, and like there's like smaller lounge, like up, and then like the top level is like Diplo, Carnage, Excision, like.
Yeah.
So I snuck to that level, and I was just walking around the hallway, and I was like, I'm like, well, because I was like meeting up with some people up there also, but like I was like, I'm hoping Excision like walks out of his like, you know, room for a second so I can say what up. And I actually saw his wife, and I was like, hey Emma, like I've never met you in person. It's my girlfriend Lauren. Like I've seen Jeff like played my song Oh Fuck, like my name is Radar. Like she was like, oh, so nice to meet you. Like I was like, is Jeff around? Like I don't want to be that guy, but like I feel like I have to say it, you know? I gotta do it. So I was like, this could go really bad or really wrong. And I walked in there, and then opened the door, boom, there's Jeff sitting on the table. You know what I mean? I walk in there, and I was like, you know what? I kept it real short, real simple, like real pretty. Like I didn't want to annoy him. I just want to get in and out. I was like, hey man, I gotta give you a hug. I gotta give you a hug, and I gotta tell you thank you for playing my music, and I'm gonna be at your set. And he said, make sure you're at my set. And I went down there, and then the fire and everything just started rinsing my songs, bro, and it was crazy. Like it was not so nice to see that they're like so humble and nice to like little guys. You know what I mean?
Well, to us, Excision is the real rave dad.
Bro, he's the godfather of dubstep.
Absolute godfather for sure.
He was actually our last show before quarantine, and he was rinsing your songs at First Bank Center too.
Bro, and it sucks because I feel like everyone's seen my songs played out a million times more than me. I've only seen them played out in person once or twice.
Damn, well, you got to start mobbing to the rave with us. I mean, I feel like every rave we go to.
I feel like I wasn't even really able to enjoy like my like minor successes that I've had, like, because I could enjoy them from home, but I wasn't able to travel to festivals a lot. Like I wasn't like in much of the raving scene necessarily. I was just kind of working and making music, and like when it was convenient, like EDC Orlando here, I went. You know what I mean? But like I do like, especially now looking back, I'm like, dude, I wish I could have like, seen all these shows, like just in general, regardless if my music is there or not.
Yeah, you miss it more when you can't have it, of course.
We have a strong comeback.
We actually have time for one more fun set of questions. And this is our favorite part of the interview. So I'll let Yessie get started, but this is called the lightning round.
So yeah, we're just going to change it up a bit. So it's one or the other. So are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So festivals, camping or hotel? And let's pretend you're at you're the actual raver, not because if I'm playing a show, obviously I want to stay at a hotel. So you'd say hotel still?
If I go to a festival, bro, I never was a DJ. I'm staying at a hotel.
Cool.
I can't do the camping. It's not for me.
All right, next one. Is the real bass capital Denver or Montreal?
I don't know. That's kind of a hard question because I haven't played there myself. I would say, do I have to pick one?
Yeah.
Well, you got to pick.
Right? I'll go with Denver.
Denver. Yes, it's settled.
It's settled. Yep. All right, to our Canada friends who are listening to this, it's Denver.
I'll go with Denver.
Brostep or Rhythm?
Brostep.
All right, Serum or Faceplant?
Both.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
1,000%.
Amen.
1,000% yes.
SoundCloud or Spotify?
I don't know. I feel like both also. I feel like I'm more on SoundCloud, but I feel like Spotify is also really good if you just like take the time to learn how to use it.
I agree. It seems like Spotify is going to take over pretty soon, and Apple Music. Company or 12 Planet?
Damn, bro. I like them both, dude. Because they both support me. Super cool. This is a hard one, man. I'm going to have to say, like, as big of a company fan I am, because I'm a diehard company fan, I'd probably have to pick 12 Planet because I remember listening to him like so much before I even started producing, like Big Rhythm Monster. Like I saw him here when I was like just a fan and stuff, and like being able to like have him as a friend, like it was super cool, and like support my music. Like it's just more of like a personal product. Not like extremely close, but like we're tight, and that's cool now,
Ableton or FL?
Oh, FL Studio all the way.
150 or 140 BPM?
150 for sure.
All right, last question. Choose one festival to play at. Lost Lands or EDC Las Vegas?
EDC Vegas.
You mentioned you had played there. What year was that?
In Orlando, right?
EDC Orlando or Vegas?
Which one?
I got brought out on the art car from like one of my friends when he played EDC Vegas in 2018. But in Orlando, me and VRG, my brother that made Womp Womp with me, we actually went back to back and played our first festival together here in Orlando at EDC, and that shit was crazy, bro. The art car was like super slammed, bro. Like we built it up, like it wasn't that slammed in the beginning, but it slammed out like kind of like towards the middle to the ends. It was just crazy experience for us.
Damn, VRG back-to-back rated R. What?
That's sick. We will be.
There's like a small clip on YouTube.
We'll have to check it out.
For sure.
Well, Frankie, that concludes the lightning round. And again, we do really appreciate you for joining our first episode of the Filthy Beats Inspectors. Do you have any final words you would like to say to everyone who is listening?
Shout out Dubstep. You guys are super awesome. I love you guys. Like, you always showing support, creating like new innovative stuff, like with your high knee stuff, branding. Like, you guys are super dope. So I wish you guys the best. And like, this is definitely like cool that you guys are on to something dope. And like, whenever you guys ever need anything from me, I'm just a call away. But as far as for me, thank you all for the support. Anyone listening to this, like, this is like the first time that anyone's been able to like kind of get to know me like raw, just on a podcast. So whoever's listening, I hope that you enjoy listening to me ramble with these awesome girls for a little bit.
Yeah, well, this is what we're all about. We want you guys to be recognized more because we feel like you don't get the recognition that you deserve. So we want your voices to be heard, and that's what we're here for. But this was awesome.
That's right.
Yeah, this was awesome for our first podcast.
It was fun.
Yeah. For everyone at home, stay safe, wear a mask, look out for each other, love on each other, and we will see you all at the next rave.
Thanks, everyone.
Hell yeah. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for having me.
Stay safe.